So we are going to Rameshwaram today. We're going to Rameshwaram today and we started just half an hour back from Madurai. Did you enjoy your Madurai in the morning today? You liked the temple today morning?
Yes.
You liked it? Even I liked it. What are you doing? Let's go. See what a nice weather outside. It's very hot but you can see the sky. So our day two started at 7 a.m. At Madurai. So we had a plan to go to Meenakshi temple in the morning for darshan. So we started our day at 7 o'clock. We reached there by 7:30. Not much of the crowd was there, so that was the best thing, and that was the reason that we had decided to go early in the morning. The only unfortunate part is that we don't have any videos or the clippings to share with you because the cameras are not allowed inside. So the only thing, we got one photograph. So while we were coming out, these photographers are there who will click a photo in front of one of the towers. So we said that since we don't have anything, we will just have one photograph there of the family. So we just clicked one photo and that's kept as a memory. And then you saw some of the videos in the previous day one, when in the evening when we were at the market stroll and all, we saw a couple of glimpses of the temple from outside. So all this put together was an extremely good experience, and then we came back to the hotel by around 9:30. Of course, all of us were hungry. Good job, good job, good job, good job. Show me please. Yeah, bring one more. So the day two in terms of the road trip or the travel was already lined up. Although it was not like 450 kilometers and all, it was just 173 kilometers, which was like 3 hours of drive, which is decent enough, and it was already at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock in the morning. So we were not really stressed out in terms of to undertake this travel, because it was not really long travel, and 3 hours is generally okay. Even with Naila also it's fine. So we checked out from the hotel and hit the road. So while we hit the road, we were still in the hustle and bustle of Madurai, because it was a peak time and we were just going through a narrow lanes and all, and thinking that this is how the roads are going to be. And also the day one, we had extremely good experience in terms of the highways on. So we had in mind that okay, once we go out of the city, we will hit the highway and that is going to be a nice ride. But little we knew that we are actually up for a surprise. And of course, when it comes to these kind of road trips, you are supposed to have surprises. But the surprise was a pleasant surprise. As we came out of the city and hit the highway, this highway is called National Highway 87. National Highway 87, and we had no idea. The moment we hit this highway, we were awestruck with the kind of road it had. It is a 4-lane road or a 4-lane highway with literally no traffic. Literally no traffic, and so many bridges which go up and down, and also the sky that you could see there was so close. When we saw this, all of us were just looking at it non-stop. The reason is simple, that sky felt very close, and the bridges were going up and down. So with this you could feel you're going very close to the sky and then coming down, and then the sky was cloudy, so you could even feel the clouds also very close to you. This kind of phenomena I have seen only in Ladakh, where you feel the sky is very close to you, and this was another place where we saw that sky is very close. Highway बहुत मस्त है यहाँ का, clear sky, all this good. Naila, see here. stopover for us was Ramnathpuram, which is kind of a midway from Madurai to Rameshwaram, and this was one place where we had decided to have a lunch. We still had not reached Ramnathpuram. The clouds started to get very dense and quite dark. So suddenly, from a sunny day, it became very dark. And since the sky was very close, it felt very dramatic in terms of the overall experience. And soon it started raining, and then quite heavy rain started. Even for some point of time, there was no visibility in terms of driving. However, Vinita kept on driving, and sooner, maybe another 20-30 kilometers, and the rain was not there. And after the rain, the kind of clear view that you see is again a very different experience to have. So it was all in all a very amazing experience to reach Ramnathpuram as the first stop. And rain had almost come to halt by that time, and it was already a lunchtime. But since Naila was sleeping and we wanted to stop here, so actually finally we decided to disturb her because it was a lunchtime. So we got down at one of the place which is exactly on the main circle there in Ramnathpuram, from where you take a left turn towards Rameshwaram. And if you go straight, you will hit Kanyakumari. Since we had covered most of the journey for Madurai to Rameshwaram, so we were quite relaxed here, after the lunch, because it was just 55 kilometers from Ramanathpuram that we were to reach Rameshwaram, and close to 1 hour, 1 hour, 10 minutes was the time. So it was already 2 o'clock, but still we had enough time. Decided to go to a beach which was in the middle of nowhere, so just 15 kilometers before Rameshwaram. We took a detour. This was again thanks to a couple of friends who actually helped us know these local places to explore, and we also always liked going to the small places which are completely away from tourist hustle and bustle. So this beach was completely untouched. And since it is one of the amazing beach that I have ever seen, we kept a separate video for that. So after this, you'll have the video which will be covering completely the overall beach and the fun that we had on that beach. So we once we came back from the beach exploration, it was already 5 in the evening. So we moved towards Rameshwaram, and the first thing you actually hit is the Pamban Bridge when you are about to enter Rameshwaram. bridge is quite historic. It connects to the Rameshwaram island from the mainland. So Rameshwaram, if you see on the map, is actually an island, and this bridge is the only connecting factor that actually connects this to the mainland. When you stand on the Pamban bridge, you can see the railway track, which is quite famous. So once you search Rameshwaram, the one in the photograph or the videos that will crop up is the bridge or the railway track that goes along with the Pamban bridge. We did not see the train crossing through that track, so that was something we missed out. But nevertheless, it was a good experience. And look at this. We have a sea on both sides. This side also, and this is a bridge. And this side also. So what an amazing place. What an amazing place, man. Are you going to do swimming in the sea? By the time we entered Rameshwaram, it was already dark, and it was around 6:30 when we entered the city, and it was quite dark. But we could feel the vibe of that place. It's quite amazing. I mean, a lot of people would say that it's a dry place and all, but our experience has been very different here. Is that we actually love the vibe of that place. So we went to the market. I think one thing in the market that we found very different here is that most of the shops around the temple, Rameshwar temple, are selling these shells, rudraksh, and even in the hotel also we saw that they're selling rudraksh, shell. So these are the things which are there. And then we could see the temple also again. Today, on day one, in the evening, we could see the Madurai Meenakshi temple. Similarly, here also we actually reached the Rameshwaram because it's a very small town. I hope you enjoyed the journey of day 2 from Madurai to Rameshwaram, and I'm sure you will like the next video, which is going to be only on the beach experience that we had on one of the unexplored beach.